Hello dear students. Today we are going to discuss about seismic zones of India. I've taken the information from an article which has been published by IITK. It is called as earthquake tip. We all know that the earthquake occurs due to the plate movements. So overall on the surface of the earth we have 7 plates. Now we are discussing here which are the seismic zones of India and what are the plates that influence India. So let us see where does India lie. So if you see the first point here, India lies at the northwestern end of Indo-Australian plate, which encompasses India. So India is there in this Indo-Australian plate, then Australia is there, and a major portion of Indian Ocean and whatever small countries are there nearby, so that also are included in the Indo-Australian plate. This plate is basically colliding with the Eurasian plate. So there is a Eurasian plate with which this Indo-Australian plate collides, and due to the collision some features of are formed on the surface of the earth, and sometimes even the earthquakes take place. So this process of tectonic plate getting under another is called as subduction. So it has been seen that Indo-Australian plate is getting under this huge Eurasian plate. So this phenomenon is called as subduction. There is a sea called as Tethys which separate these plates before they collide. So generally this sea, whenever sea is there or ocean is there, so subduction phenomenon takes place, and when land collides with other land, then generally certain phenomenons or surface features are formed. So three chief tectonic subregions of India are Himalayas in the north, the plains of the Ganges, and the peninsular region. So when the continents converge, large amount of shortening and thickening takes place, like at the Himalayas and the Tibet. So whatever mountains have been formed at the Himalayas and Tibet, it is because of the collision of these two plates. So in this figure we can see here that this red boundary particularly shows the limit of the Indo-Australian plate. So this is India, this is the Eurasian plate here, and this is the Indo-Australian plate. So there is a collision, a sea lies between Tethys Sea, and there is a collision. Whenever collision is there between the plates, then generally the features like Himalayas are formed. So basically this collision is the main reason of the occurrence of earthquake. There are many other reasons also, but this is the main reason for occurrence of earthquake. Let us see some prominent past earthquakes that have taken place in India. So even this figure shows that in the last century, how many earthquakes have taken place in India. So 4 great earthquakes, that is its magnitude is greater than 8, occurred in span of 53 years from 1897 to 1950, and January 2000 earthquake in the Bhuj, which has magnitude of 7.7, is the largest. So we can see here the magnitudes are given: less than 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and greater than 8. So here we can see that the bullets, larger bullets, or we may say deeper bullets, blue colored, it shows that magnitude is greater than 8, and Kutch is between 7 to 8. So this is the we can say major earthquake that took place in India. Then we have different seismic zones of India. So as this is the main thing which we want to discuss. So based on the intensities, from 1970s, they have been trying to divide the seismic zones. So it is based on the magnitude of earthquake that have taken place in the past. So, this version keeps on changing, and generally this seismic zones is based on the division that whatever features are formed in that part of India, So they can sustain certain intensities, and damage is also based on that. So based on that, the seismic zones are divided. So we can see here that based on the levels of intensity sustained during damaging past earthquakes, the 1970 version of zone map subdivided India into 5 zones. So this is one older version, 1970 version. So in that, the seismic zone was divided into 5 zones. The maximum modified Mercalli intensity of seismic shaking was the main thing based on which this zoning was done. But uh, earthquake intensity was classified that if it is between 1 to 5, then it is not so high, it is less. While if it is more than 5, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, then um, it is more prone to earthquakes. The parts of Himalayan mountain in the north and northeast and the Kutch area in the west were classified as Zone 5. Then after that, again the revisions came, and latest version is the 2002 version. And it has been divided into now only 4 seismic zones. There is no seismic zone 1. So directly the seismic zone starts, we can see here, from 2, 3, 4 and 5. So seismic zone 1, which was there in 1972 earlier, which we have seen, has been included in seismic zone 2. Also, the seismic zone map in the peninsular region has been modified. The 2002 seismic zone map is not the final word on seismic hazard of the country. So this has been published latest in 2002. After that also, even certain revisions are possible. So you can see here seismic zone 2 is there, blue colored is seismic zone 2. So which is said to be that if earthquake occurs, then less damage would be there, plus even the intensity of earthquake would be less. Similarly, we have seismic zone 3, which is yellow colored zone here in India. Then seismic zone 4, which is orange colored zone. So parts of Jammu and Kashmir and some parts of Uttarakhand Himalayan region fall under seismic zone 4. Similarly, seismic zone 5, which is a zone which is more prone to damage when earthquake will take place. Even intensities would be higher. So we can see here the Kutch region is there, red colored region, Kutch region. The Assam region is there, and Jammu, Kashmir, certain Himalayan regions also fall under this category. So this is the categorization of the seismic zones of India. Dear students, thank you for listening to the lecture.